Kia ora everybody, so we've got something super cool today. So we're having a sneak peek behind the scenes on the Cab Apartments just behind me in central Auckland. This project's recently hit practical completion, and so the developer Love & Co alongside the Bayleys Residential Projects team have invited us in to have a look around, so massive thanks to them for this opportunity. With that said, I'm Farhi, I'm a real estate consultant based in Auckland, so let's get going. By way of background, the Cab Apartments are a redevelopment of an existing building with quite an interesting history. The original building was designed in the 1950s and construction was completed in 1966. At the time it was completed, it was Auckland's tallest building, and since then it's had a long association with Auckland Council and its precursors. And so this is easily spotted on the side of the building where you can see the council's crest. Now, alongside being Auckland's tallest building when it was first completed, the building also incorporates some interesting technologies around things like its structure and its cladding system, and that actually resulted in the building having heritage protection a couple of years ago as a Category A heritage building. The development process for the apartments was quite complicated because the heritage protection meant they had to work with the existing building to the maximum extent possible. And so what they did is they actually ended up stripping it right back to its skeleton and rebuilding it, but retaining a lot of the look and feel and the overall aesthetics in recognition of that heritage status. From a big picture perspective, the Cab Apartments are also the first stage of the Civic Quarter development, and so as part of this first stage they've created a car parking podium which will serve all of the future spaces as well. In terms of the apartment development itself, so it's an 18-level building with 118 apartments. The apartments have multiple configurations with one plus study, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments, plus also some larger options. Now, I didn't film any footage of the penthouse because I didn't think I could really do it justice, but I did have a tour around with the Love & Co team and can confirm that the penthouse and sub-penthouses are both amazing, like very, very, very cool. Heading into the development, the first thing you hit is the ground floor and mezzanine commercial spaces. You also get a glimpse of the car parking podium. Now, this is actually really impressive because of the scale of it, given that it serves the future stage as well. Around this lower part of the building, you also get some of the resident amenities, which includes the pool, the gym, and the media theatre room. And then we arrive at the actual apartments. And so right now we're in the official show apartment for the development. This particular apartment has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a loggia, and it's set over around 90 square meters. The first thing that strikes you is the gorgeous furniture that's sitting in here. And so one of the cool things is that if you love the interior design in here, you can actually purchase the exact same setup for your apartment or some of the other options that they've curated for you. Now, rather than trawl through all the specifics for this apartment, I figured I'd give you some of my general observations having lived in apartments for the last decade or so. The first thing is that the overall layouts for the apartments in the building have been really nicely set up from an efficiency perspective, and so that means that you get more usable floor space for the overall floor area by way of minimizing things like corridors within the apartments. And because the overall floor configuration is a nice rectangle setup, it means that you also get good daylight penetration into the apartments. Next is the loggia, and so if you look at a lot of the apartments that have been developed around Auckland, traditionally they would have gone for a true outdoor deck or balcony. And so over recent years we've seen a strong emergence of these loggias or lanai, so your indoor-outdoor spaces, rather than the traditional form of deck. And so I'm actually getting really fond of these loggias. And the reason for that is it provides a really nice third space, particularly for work from home setups. The final thing relates to the overall development. And so with the Cab Apartments, one of the quite cool things is that the building already has a lot of history with it. And it's got a really prominent position on Aotea Square. And I feel that this lends itself to the building becoming a bit of an icon. And so one of the cool aspects of this building is you'd imagine it will probably stand the test of time from a design perspective, because it's got that history and almost iconic status. Because it's located within the Civic Quarter, I feel that this area is likely to get a lot of investment over time as council continues to invest in things like the Town Hall, Aotea Square, Aotea Centre and the City Rail Link. So look, those are my 2 cents. But look, once again, I just want to say a massive thanks to the developer Love & Co and the Bayleys Residential Projects team for giving us this opportunity to have a really nice look behind the scenes at the cab apartments. Before you go, make sure to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button too, and we'll see you next time. See ya.